Here's a quote that you won't see on Pinterest. It starts with doubting them and it ends with doubting yourself. You know, narcissistic abuse doesn't just shatter trust in the other person. It slowly takes aim at the quiet inner voice that once guided you. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. How over time, narcissists rob you of your own intuition. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. Annie used to take so much pride in herself and her ability to read other people. She trusted her instincts growing up, and she would have like that subtle tightening in her gut when something didn't feel right. The way she could spot insincerity even behind a polite smile was just pretty accurate. Then early on in her relationship with her husband, those instincts, they spoke up. She noticed little inconsistencies, things that he said that just didn't line up. Once he told her he had spent the evening working late. Then she had someone casually mention to her that they had seen her husband out and about. So she asked him about it. She wasn't accusatory in any way, but he laughed and said, "You must have misunderstood your friend because I was working." At first she doubted him, but then the corrections would come often and so smoothly. He would say things, "I never said that, you're overreacting." And he was so confident, so sure that her own sanity, her own certainty started to wobble. Over the years, moments piled up. Subtle gaslighting, selective memory, lies said with such warmth, looking her right in the eye. Her once sharp instincts became dulled by just ongoing and relentless contradiction. She began to think that, well, maybe I don't read people as well as I thought. When she'd get a gut feeling, she'd override it, telling herself that she was just being paranoid. It's my German Shepherd. She would start questioning herself, and then she'd stop asking her husband questions. She just couldn't trust herself anymore. She couldn't trust what she saw and what she felt. It's a horrible feeling. And by the time the truth became undeniable, she wasn't just doubting him, she was completely doubting herself. This is one of the most painful wounds of narcissistic abuse. At the beginning, you still have your internal compass. You sense when something's off. But then over time, through all the gaslighting and projection and blame shifting and all the rewriting of history, the narcissist is able to dismantle that compass. You start out thinking, I know what I saw. And then you end up thinking, maybe I'm crazy. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens over years. Each time your intuition raises its hand, the narcissist slaps it down, gently at first, but then more aggressively, until one day that inner voice grows so faint you can't hear it. I say this is not a weakness, absolutely not. It's the narcissist's strategy, because once you start trusting your gut, they don't have to work as hard to keep you off balance because you just do it to yourself. And when you finally leave, one of the hardest parts of healing is learning to trust your own judgment again. To hear that voice, shaky at first, but not silence it. To say, I know what I know and I know what I saw. If you've ever felt like you lost your ability to trust yourself, I want you to hear me. You didn't lose it because you were weak. It was eroded piece by piece in a relationship designed just to tear you apart. But intuition is not gone forever. It's still there. It might be buried under layers of doubt, but with time, with safe people and truth, that compass will recalibrate. You can rebuild the trust you once had in yourself. And the first step is recognizing what happened, that it wasn't you, that it was the manipulation the entire time, the gaslighting, the constant rewriting of your own reality. And now you get to rewrite it back. I'm Keil Hackley, attorney, author of the book Undercurrent, and the host of the Are You Annie podcast. Now, Annie is a character in my book, but her story is absolutely true. If this message resonates with you, let me know you're here, even if it's a simple hello in the comments, because it does help others find this podcast. And as always, please remember that you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse, and you are tenacious, and you will never give up in what you believe in and what's important to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And until next time, please take good care of yourself. Thank you, and bye.